Hi, hello. Back for some more jazz lessons, and now I just want to talk a little bit about. I just get guys to write in with questions, or to just get me through my website or any other of the sources that you can get me on through YouTube. Just leave a comment or whatever. If you want me to talk about some stuff for you, if you're having trouble with anything, or if you just might want to hear my opinion. Which should be taken with a grain of salt at all times. 1 grain. I'm going to talk about Scofield, who was a really big influence on me when I was a kid, and probably still is now. I really love his. I love his sound. I love his music. I love his compositions, and I love the lineups he puts together. I like when he sort of was doing the fusion stuff, and then when he did that kind of New Orleans-y stuff. So I'm going to just talk a little bit about a couple of the very Scofield-y things that I managed to pick up on. And the first one is just a harmonic thing. It's not so much a rhythmic thing, and it's just taking a scale and playing it in fourths. I'm going to use Dorian because it's a very easy scale to play, and because all of these voicings that are taken from this sound are kind of consonant. They kind of work in a vamp, and we'll just do it in, I don't know, let's try C minor. So C minor Dorian, or B flat major, is the notes C, D, E flat, F, G, A natural, and B flat. Note to self, don't play lots of melodic minor stuff and then try and do Dorian. Took me a little while to get used to this. Okay, so there's the sound, sort of. But anyway, how I noticed that Scofield likes to play it a lot is when he's comping. Not so much when he's soloing, but definitely when he's comping, he likes to get the fourths thing happening. So what you could do to really practice this is just play C underneath that. Thank goodness for the tuning of guitar in fourths. Is an F and then a B flat. So we have that as our first voicing. Just I'm going to do 3-note voicings. You can do more if you want, if you're a fancy guy. Here's the first one. Second one, which just starts on D, and we have the notes D, G, and C. I might say some of these notes wrong, but you get the idea. You'll probably get the sound. Then we have an E flat, an A, and a D. Then we have an F, a B flat, and an E flat. We have our next voicing, which will be a G, a C, and an F. And then we just basically keep going up. This is taking too long. I'm just going to play it for you. And that's the sound. That's our sound there. It sounds like this played with a little bit of rhythm. And I would certainly play it very straight like this, just to get a kind of like it actually happening in a musical situation, in musical sense, which is rhythmically. But I'd also learn it, that's kind of around that chord. But I'd also learn it not around the chord. I'd learn it just going up and down, which is, I suppose we should call it vertically, because it's up and down the neck. Horizontally, I know I've seen it referred to either way, both vertically being that way because it goes up and down in a physical sense when we're holding the guitar like this, and like that because it goes up and down in a pitch sense, and that can also mean horizontal because it goes across the chord, right, across the frets, and that can mean horizontal because it's horizontal. So whatever, I don't know, but I'm going to call this vertical and I'm going to call that horizontal. We can learn it vertically as well. Check this out. I can probably start on our lowest voicing, which would be right down there. We've got the note D, the note G, and the note C, and then we just keep going up, and always keeping our Dorian notes in there. And we've completed an octave there. Now, if I was vamping, I've got, that's a real Scofield thing. You can hear that in a lot of tunes. And he uses that sound quite a bit. Now, the other thing that I notice that he likes to do, and he does it, he plays sometimes just on the back pickup to get a really. And of course he plays really bluesy too. He's a really bluesy guy, and apparently I read a little bit of his bio recently on something, and he was a rock and roll player, or rock blues player or something akin to that. So he was really into, that's why he's got such an amazing sense of just like really strong sort of backbeat rhythm in his playing, funk playing and his blues playing, probably because of that. But then when he studied the jazz stuff, and again, I'm only saying what I've read, what I've heard other people tell me. He transcribed a lot of horn players. So this is another thing I've noticed. He does. Oh, sorry. And on that back pickup thing, the other thing is he can leave the pickup forward and play right at the back, which I love. Which is kind of a cool sort of sound, just playing right at the back of the neck. Now the last thing I want to talk about, which is quite Scofieldy, I've forgotten, but if I remember it, I'll put it down.